Each week on this video, we'll give you 3 players changing value on the RosterWatch Dynasty Startup Rankings. I'm Alan Seslowsky, and thanks for tuning back into RosterWatch. The first player we're going to talk about is Rondale Moore, the 21-year-old wide receiver on the Arizona Cardinals. Previous rank, wide receiver 38. Updated rank, wide receiver 29. Fantasy players remind themselves not to overreact to the preseason. The problem is, in our efforts not to overreact, we sometimes overcompensate by underreacting. It is clear Arizona was manufacturing touches for Rondale Moore early in the preseason. That is enough to view Moore as a proactive dynasty pick. He belongs among the top 30 wide receivers in Dynasty. It is easy to see his grit, speed, and frankly, he will be a fun player to roster. If you're betting on the upside and you want to put a pick on him in the top 30 wide receivers, it's a worthwhile bet that has plausible upside. The second player we're going to talk about is Mike Davis, the 28-year-old running back on the Atlanta Falcons. Previous rank RB30, updated rank RB40. The story of fantasy football in 2020 can't be written without a chapter dedicated to Mike Davis. As strange and as unlikely as it sounded, Davis was the key to many fantasy football teams' success last year. Davis finished as the RB11 in PPR. He filled in admirably for Christian McCaffrey, who missed most of the season. Rational fantasy football players did not expect Mike Davis to be anywhere close to where he was last year. However, Davis is a player that has a chance for fantasy value given his circumstances. Davis signed a 2-year contract with Atlanta, and Davis is the definition of a volume-based projection. The problem with volume-based projections is that they're volatile. If another running back emerges, that volume-based projection immediately shifts partly to the other player. Mike Davis is not guaranteed anything. Atlanta seems to like Quadri Olson as their second running back, their RB2. Allison earning snaps with a nice training camp. It's also possible Atlanta adds another running back to the room once the cutdowns happen in the preseason. Davis should be thought of as a low-end RB2 with weekly upside. His draft cost is currently in the 12th round of Superflex startups. Davis is another player who should have a handful of projectable starts, and when Dynasty startup teams start taking long shots on upside players in the teen rounds, it's okay to add a player like Mike Davis, just with tampered short-term expectations. The third player we're going to talk about is Anthony Firkser, the 26-year-old tight end on the Tennessee Titans. Previous rank, tight end 30, updated rank, tight end 20. The Tennessee Titans let Jonnu Smith walk in free agency. The Titans also re-signed Firkser to a 1-year deal. Firkser had somewhat of a breakout year with career highs in receptions and yards last year. There's reason to believe the Titans feel comfortable with Firkser for a bigger role this year. His previous rank of tight end 30 made him more of like a waiver wire player in deeper formats. His updated rank of tight end 20 indicates he can be on the bottom of your dynasty roster. He has a chance to emerge as a player who gets 75 targets this season. Fantasy managers got a small taste of Firkser's upside last year when Firkser busted out for 8 catches, 113 yards, and a touchdown against Houston. Veterans Corey Davis and Adam Humphries are no longer with the team, and Firkser is capable of lining up in the slot. Even with Julio Jones now in town, Firkser should still soak up enough weekly targets over the middle to be useful in 2 tight end leagues. Okay, RosterWatch Nation, that's it for today. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to get notifications when we put up new videos, and leave us a comment. Let us know which players are moving up and down your Dynasty Startup rankings. Until next time, goodbye.